Yes, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Warzone Jones coming at you with a pro wrestling related type of video. And I want to be talking about the current state in women wrestling in the WWE. I'm also going to be talking about Gail Kim. Gail Kim had retired last week. She gave a farewell speech for her retirement. So I'm also going to be talking about Gail Kim also as well. But we're going to start with the current state in women's wrestling in the WWE. And I would say that today, the current state in the women's wrestling is just decent. It's not bad. It's not great. It's just decent. Now, to be fair, everything in the WWE right now definitely isn't great. That includes the men's division also as well. But the women's division is definitely, like, it's not nowhere near as bad, definitely as it was back in, like, 2005, 2007, 2010, those years where they got all these, like, crappy women's wrestlers who can't wrestle worth a damn. Yeah, they looked good, but they couldn't wrestle worth a damn. So it's nowhere near like that. It's just at a decent state. Now, I am glad that we got a couple more women wrestlers added to the division, because they definitely needed to add a couple more women wrestlers for the reason why, well, we keep seeing the same matchups. Even if you was to take a couple of women wrestlers from Raw and put them on SmackDown, and then take a couple of SmackDown women wrestlers and put them on Raw, and you get a little bit of a shake-up, but at the same time, we're not really going to see a match that we haven't seen. So when they added these new women wrestlers, and I'm going to get to them in a minute, I was glad that they did that, because we need something fresh. We need something new. So we also had Paige return. Paige came back. She's been out for at least a year. And I didn't think she was going to be out that long. But she's been out for at least a year. And, before Paige left and got hurt, she was basically the top dog, I would say. She was the top women's wrestler in the WWE. So out of all the women wrestlers, I would say she was the star, even a little bit bigger than Charlotte Flair. And so the landscape has changed a little bit since she got hurt. Now I would say that Charlotte Flair is considered to be like the biggest women wrestler star. Her and Alexis Bliss, definitely. But I'm glad that she returned. But when she returned with two other women wrestlers. Let me get my notes. She returned with, of course, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. Now, I don't know too much about these two girls. They're from NXT. I don't watch NXT like that at all. So when they debuted with Paige, that was my first time seeing them. So again, I'm glad that they showed up, because we need something fresh. We need something new in these divisions. Also, on SmackDown, we got three more women wrestlers added. Their names: Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan. So again, more fresh new faces from NXT. I don't know anything too much about these girls either, because once again, I don't watch NXT like that, but I am interested in to see what they bring to the table. So again, the current state in women wrestling is a decent state. So I am so glad, though, it has evolved from the crap that they used to be, with just getting models and people who are like actresses who can't really wrestle worth a damn, but just look good. Now they got a combination of both. They look good and they also can wrestle. But I also want to talk about Gail Kim, a woman who definitely used to wrestle in the WWE. She was a WWE diva. She was also the women's champion of the world. She retired. So Gail Kim wrestled both in Impact Wrestling, formerly known as TNA, and also the WWE. She held both titles in those companies. So when she was in the TNA's Knockout division, she carried that division. So they built that division from basically nothing, because they basically didn't have any women wrestlers. They didn't have any talent. But eventually they get talent, and she was part of it. She had many great matches. Like, people would tell you back in the day, about 10 years ago, that the TNA's Knockout division was so much better than the WWE's women division. Like, they really were, because unlike the women's division in the WWE, the TNA's Knockout division actually had good matches. So her matches, especially with Awesome Kong, they were great. She was a great in-ring performer. So to me, she was like the Shawn Michaels of the TNA knockout division. Yes, I put her on a pedestal like that. She was that good. She wasn't just this beautiful looking woman. No, she was a talented in-ring performer. So she was that good. She could have a good match with just about anyone. Like name it, whoever you want to bring up. Like she could just about have a good match with just about anyone. So I remember I saw her in the WWE first. She was the women's champion. They didn't do nothing with her, definitely. Eventually she leaves, goes to TNA, has a bunch of great matches, and then again she left TNA because I remember hearing that they didn't give her the money that she wanted. And I also remember around that time, that was when Hulk Hogan was in in TNA. So from what I hear, they were treating their women basically like crap. Like they were basically paying them like peanuts. Like they wouldn't really get nothing. So she probably saw that and said, you know something, I might as well go back to the WWE, try again, because I'm not making enough money where I can pay my bills. So she left and went to the WWE. Again, didn't really do anything. I think, matter of fact, I would say she did even less when she went back there. So the WWE didn't do nothing with her. Not that they was really doing anything with any women wrestler at that point in time. But she saw that and clearly she said, you know something, I'm not happy here, and went back to TNA Wrestling. And unfortunately around this time, when she came back, I was slowly not watching TNA Wrestling, like slowly, and eventually I stopped watching TNA Wrestling because to me they wasn't as good. So I didn't really get to see her last run, and that's unfortunate because Gail Kim, like I said, she was a great wrestler, and she was pretty young too. I think she might be 40. She's not that old. She still looks young. She's still in great shape. She still is beautiful. Gail Kim to me is a legend. She definitely is. She's not a WWE legend, definitely, but she is definitely a women wrestler legend. That's what Gail Kim was to me, and that's just my opinion. So this is Warzone Jones. I want to say farewell to Gail Kim. She is definitely a legend in my opinion. She carried that women's knockout division in TNA, and like I said, legend. This is Warzone Jones. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. I'm out. Cheers.